Hi there, thank you for joining me today. I'm Sandra at SandraR and I've got these very cute little Easter treat boxes today for you. I have reinforced the little box to make it a little bit stronger to put my little chocolate treats in. And you can buy these chocolate treats from all of the big leading supermarkets. I've used the Regal's collection designer series paper. There's lots of different papers in the stack. I've just chosen the ones that I want to use for my project today. It doesn't use very much, but this is part of a paper shares that I was involved in last year. So that's why that's cut smaller. Usually the paper size is 12 inches by 12 inches, but you get a lot of sheets in there to make projects with. So my cardstock today, the cardstock I've used is So Saffron. I thought it was a nice spring Easter colour, and I've stuck one of the little bows on with one of these little embellishments. So we'll get started on that today. So I've got two pieces of card which we're going to score. One is for the box and one for the lid. So for the base of our box, we've got a piece of card measuring 8.5 by 7 3/4, which is 21.6 by 19.7, and the scoring is very easy. We just score on all four sides at 1 inch and 2.5 inches. So just turn it round. 1 inch. What's that rubbish? And 2.5 inches. So that's the base of our box done, so I'll just move that out of the way. And this is the piece for the lid, which measures 5.5 by 4 3/4, which is 14 by 12.1 centimetres. And we're going to score that with this little piece of card that I've made up. Because when you make lids for your boxes, you need to be 1/16 of an inch. You need to score 1/16 of an inch smaller on each side. So what I've done is I've just put this in here so that it's just away enough so that you get that 1/16 of an inch difference. So we are now just going to score this at 1 inch, which is 2.5 centimetres, again on all four sides. And you just need to make sure that you put that little piece of card in each time. There we are. So that's the lid scored. We don't need that, so I'll put that away. So, first of all, I'm going to make the lid. I'm going to show you the lid because I want to put the designer series paper on it and show you how I cut the oval out with my Big Shot using the Ovals collection framelit dies. So I'm going to put my piece of designer series paper, which as I said was the In Colour Collections, the Regals, and this piece of designer paper measures 3 3/8 by 2.5 inches, which is 8.6 by 6.4, and I'm going to stick this down with the multi-purpose liquid glue. The reason being that I want to make sure, when I can get this working, I want to make sure that this is stuck down really well, so that when I cut my oval out through it, that the designer series paper stays stuck all the way around. I'm sure you understand what I mean by that. So position that on here like that. And now we need to cut our little oval out. So this is the Ovals collection framelets, and they've all fallen about. So they come in lots of different sizes. So how many are there in the collection? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. And I think I've used number 2 from the middle like that on there. So I'm just going to grab my big shot from over here. Love my big shot. So as you can see, my cutting plates are well used and well loved. So you position it on your big shot, about set in the centre. Put your plate over the top. And then we just run that through. So that's done that. So I'm just going to get this out of the way now that I've finished with it. Right. So that's cut that out nicely. Don't throw the little middle away because it's egg shaped. You could probably make a little Easter card with that. So don't throw that away. Right then, so I'll just put this back in its packet. So I think that's beautiful. I particularly like that one with the scalloped edge. Can't wait to use that on an Easter project. So put those away. Right, so now we've got our lid and we want to put our little see-through window. So this is a window sheet to Stampin' Upsell. So in order to stick the window sheet in, I'm just going to stick it in with some glue dots on the corners. So we just put a glue dot into each corner. And then I just put one along the long edge. I don't think I said what size this was, did I? This is 3 1/8 inches by 2 1/4, which is 8 by 5.8 centimetres. Position that in and that stays in there nicely. So we've done our window sheet, so we're ready to go on that. So now back to the base of the box. So we're going to fold and burnish all our score lines. And like I said before, I've made this as a reinforced box so that it's just got a little bit more substance to it. So that's the scoring done, and you'll see that you've got like little quarters on each corner, and what we want to do is we want to get rid of all those outer corner edges and then score up there. So I'll just show you that on here. We're getting rid of all of these outer edge corners. Like that. So I'm going to cut those out, and as I do so I'm going to cut up one side there, cut across here, cut this piece off, and then just notch a little bit out of there and just notch a little tiny bit off there. takes a little while to do this, but it's worth it to get a box that's just got a bit more substance to it. Do that and that one. So getting there, last corner, nearly done. Right, I think we're there now. Get rid of the bits. So you can see there that I cut all the corners away and just notched in those edges and these outer edges. So what we need to do now is, you can use liquid glue. I'm using fast fuse today for speed, and you need to put some glue on all of these little four corners like this. And then you need to put glue on these outer edges on here, so hoping that that doesn't stick down to itself. It's easier to put it on now, because once you've made the box up, it will be hard to get glue on these edges. If you're using the liquid glue, of course, it would be easier, but with this fast fuse, not quite as easy. So we just put the corners together, as you would for any normal box that you make. Oh, I seem to have forgotten to cut that. Oh, I did cut it. Oh, I did cut it. Right, and then you just literally press those down. Go around all the outside, pressing those down. And that makes for a much more robust box. So that's the box done, and now we just need to cut the lid up. So the lid is much easier. You just need to cut there, notch a little bit in on each side. I think children would especially love to receive one of these for Easter, although I'm told that adults like them too. When I made my mini treat tubes recently, someone commented on my blog that yes, they were lovely for children, but adults, there's no reason why adults couldn't have them too, so that just sort of made me smile. I thought that was rather cute thing to say. So the same again, we just put some fuse or liquid glue, whatever your choice is, on each of these four corners. And stick them down as before. There we are, and that's our box made. So we put our little treats in. I've got my little bunny paw and a few little chocolatey eggs. Like I said, any supermarkets will sell these. Put my cute little chick in the middle because he's peeping out. Put the lid on. And then just to finish that off, I've made a little ribbon bow. This is a little, she says, this is ribbon, it's called, sorry, let me just get my ribbon off of its stand here. This ribbon here is Daffodil Delight ribbon, and it's called Seam Binding Ribbon, Daffodil Delight. So I'll just put that back. And I've just made a little ribbon bow, which I'm just going to fasten on there with a glue dot in the corner there. And then I've got one of these, I'll just show you what they are in the catalogue. They are called In Colour Blossom Accents, and they are little resin flowers in the catalogue. That's what they come as. So I'm just going to get one out of there. I haven't got many of these left now, so I'll obviously have to order some more. And I just stick them with a couple of glue dots just to make sure that they stick. That goes in the corner of my box. Oh, why is that not sticking? Obviously need another glue dot. That's better. Right, so they are my cute little boxes. I hope you liked that project today. I hope you'll give those a go. Let me know what you think of it. If you would like a catalogue, let me know, or if you would just like my newsletter. If you'd click the little down arrow if you're watching this in YouTube, that will take you over to my blog for all the measurements and sizes. And until next time, bye!